Let's talk about how to sell high-ticket coaching or consulting services online. You guys know me if you've been here, but if you haven't been on the channel, you know I do, or really I used to do, I don't even do it anymore. I used to do cold email consulting where I would help clients boost their response rates, boost their meeting book rates, lower their cost per meeting by insane amounts. And I would charge upwards of $1,000 an hour to do this. Now, we still offer coaching and consulting, but only as part of our course, Email 10K, or as part of our higher end agency services, where people are paying us upwards of $12,000 to $15,000 a month for us to do this. So in today's video, I wanna talk about how we got there and how you can do the same. How do you actually sell high ticket coaching or consulting? What mindset shifts do you have to go through? What do you actually have to do to make this happen? Stick around. This video is brought to you by Email 10K. Learn how to book meetings with billion-dollar brands and take your company to the next level at email10k.com. Let's start with something soft. The first thing you want to do is, if you want to charge $800 an hour or $1,000 an hour, you need to believe in yourself. Sounds stupid, right? Well, in order to charge this amount, you can't have imposter syndrome. There's no way you could say, hey, I'm gonna charge $800 an hour for user experience consulting if you don't see yourself as somebody that can deliver that much value. And there is an upper limit. I remember when we were charging $1,000 an hour, I stopped feeling good about doing the consults. At $800, I felt great. I knew we were delivering more than $800 an hour worth of value, but $1,000 an hour worth of value, that's when the belief in myself started to drop. And so I lowered the price and did $800. But you have to believe in yourself. I had some people email me and say, Alex, your price, it's very arrogant for you to charge that much. But at the same time, I had other people say, Alex, your consulting changed my entire business and my life. And we have videos of those people where people like Timothy, who were offering lead gen services, weren't able to deliver for their clients, then after the call are able to deliver and now have their own businesses where they're free. There are people like that, people like Alex Schreck, who was selling very little, and then had our consulting call and was able to close $100,000 in cash in his bank within a few weeks of the call. So you need to believe in yourself, and if you don't have those kind of results, it starts with belief in yourself so that you can even get access to people that will work hard enough to give you those results. So it's internal. You're worth it. Whatever you're consulting on, know that you're worth it. If you have the skills, then you're good. And if you don't have the skills, charge less. You are not the arbiter of whether you have the skills or not. The arbiter? What is this, Halo? You are not the one in charge of whether you have the skills or not. The person who decides that is actually the client paying you. If a client is willing to pay you $400 an hour for user experience consulting or a coding review, then you're worth it. It has nothing to do with whether you think you're worth it. It's the client, if they're able to pay you and they're happy at the end of it, you're worth it. And honestly, I would then bump the price up to $400 if you're charging $300 to $400, or if you're charging $400 to $500, and keep raising it until the client doesn't believe in you and you don't believe in you. Then lower the price a little bit, and that's what you charge. Another thing that I love to do that we've gotten a lot of value from is start with the price first before the product. So with our lead gen services, me and Robert, who's my co-founder, he's the CEO at X27, we wanted to charge $10,000 a month for something. That's where we started. We want to charge $10,000 a month. Okay, what do we have to offer to get enough value in there to charge $10,000 a month? Back when our course was $1,000, we did the same. What value do we have to put in here to get the course to be worth $1,000? Now that it's $5,000, it's what do we have to put in here to get the course to be worth $5,000? So start with the price, and then the product is dictated by the price that you charge. A lower price can have a less impactful product. A higher price, you're gonna have to have more impact. So start with the price first and work backwards from there. Another thing you wanna do if you wanna charge a lot is identify problems that you can solve, ideally only you can solve, but that also have a market. So for instance, for us, there are a few cold email consultants out there, but I know we're the best that is currently offering consulting. A few of the greatest cold emailers, or actually most of the great cold emailers, are working in major corporations like Salesforce and other Silicon Valley startups where they're paid $200,000, $300,000, $400,000 a year or more. And so you can't get access to those. But us, our companies and me personally, I was offering consulting even though I had the same skills or even greater skills than those people. So that's the market opportunity I saw. I'm great at cold email, and I have this compulsion to share everything I know and teach what I know, versus other people that are great and really want to use it to gain as much advantage in the marketplace as possible. So I was able to use that overlap to my advantage and teach a lot of you guys how to do this, versus some other people who would greedily hoard those tactics and make an extra couple $100 million. So for you, what is that problem that you can solve? What is that skill that you're great at that other people might be using to make money or further their career, but that you can use to teach? The next thing you want to do is identify your best prospects. These are the clients that are going to be amazing for you. So for instance, when I'm selling cold email consulting, it's mostly the founders of B2B companies, both SaaS and agencies, that want more leads. So they're quick growing or they're plateaued growth and they want more leads. So that's that. For X27, it is the directors of sales or the founders of quickly growing B2B companies that want more sales and don't want to do it themselves. If you're doing design, it might be companies that have low-rated mobile apps that want to become mobile first and have $5 to $150 million in revenue, to go back to the golden geese. Identify what that is. And the final thing is ask for the sale. And that means two things. One, if you're not actively trying to close deals, you're never gonna close a deal. You have to be asking these people to buy from you, or no one's ever gonna buy from you. I remember how amazing it felt when I was at the agency where I was just a junior sales guy. And eventually I just got up the gusto to ask the CEO to make me director of marketing, to give me all the marketing responsibilities. And when he said yes, and my budget increased by 4 times what it was seconds before, I felt amazing. I knew that it was time to go. Like I was ready, but I would never have gotten there if I didn't ask for the sale. If I'd offered to work for free, I never would have gotten the budget that I got. And that is a huge point here. Ask for the sale or you're never gonna get the sale. And the second part of this is, it's not just asking for the sale, but it's asking for the sale at an increased price point. So constantly be increasing your prices. If you're only selling for $200, you'll only make $200. But if you sell for $200 and then the next client you ask for $300, now all of a sudden you're making $100 more. If the next client you ask for $400, you're making more. So ask for the sale, but keep increasing the price. And that's really all you need. That's how to sell high-ticket coaching. So get out there and sell it. If you want help, if you want to go through this step by step and you want a real system, jump in Email 10K. We'll take you to where you need to go revenue-wise. This video is brought to you by Email 10K. So you don't have a business idea, huh? Do you want to know what the best business to start is, regardless of market conditions? Check out the free presentation at email10k.com. We have over 200 students that are crushing it using this business strategy, even during this time. So check that out, email10k.com. Thanks for watching. Be sure to like this video to encourage the YouTube algorithm, subscribe for more content like this, and I'll talk to you soon. Thanks for watching. I'm Alex Berman.